This year's garlic planting should have gone quicker than usual because, of course, this year there's a new planting plough. And a whole new railway for carrying wheelbarrows of compost from the muck heap 400 yards away right into the garlic beds. And it started well enough. With help from a few people, we planted up a few beds, each with about 1,100 cloves in them.
Yes, and neatly.
Which bit?
Me being in the hedge.
Tim in the hedge. Come on, Tim, you can do it. Come on. Need a special plough suit for that corner.
We'll spin it round. And then we covered them over with muck. A little skid down the end.
That was as fast as you can do it because I was still skidding when I hit the points.
Now you
Don't go any faster than that.
So far so good, but then it rained. And it rained a lot. I didn't take this video, but this is what happened just down the road from us. If anyone knows who did film this, then I'd be happy to credit them, of course. Anyway, apparently we had more than 100 millimeters of rain, 4 inches, in a couple of hours. It destroyed stretches of the road, flooded houses, washed out trees. Miserable stuff. And just as I was saying in the last video, that amount of rain is bad news for the soil. If it's unprotected, it just gets washed away and ends up in the sea. And we lost lots of our soil. I don't know how much, of course, a ton at least from the garlic beds. Well, you know, it's a guess, I don't know for sure. Along with a few hundred garlic cloves washed into the stream and away over the horizon, never to be seen again. Coincidentally, the UN reported this week that 90% of the world's soils are at risk of being washed away or poisoned by 2050. Did you hear that? So obviously we're not valuing them enough everywhere around the world. People are still ploughing here. Which reminded me that my primary school teacher, from a long time ago now, Miss Evans, told me that dirt is what you find in vacuum cleaner bags or behind the ears of small boys. Not the precious thing that grows all our food. Ah, Miss Evans, no doubt you are a lovely bit of soil yourself now, growing gorgeous roses, I expect. Big red ones. So anyway, that washout was quite miserable and the ground was too wet and sticky for us to do anything on it for more than a week. But then I started up again, and this time mostly on my own. Now, lots of people kindly suggested then I should use an engine or a motor or the locomotive or the Allen scythe to pull this plough along for the sake of my back. You know, it's really not that heavy, and of course using my back is what keeps it strong. I try to work physically for some part of every day. Don't you do the same? Apparently it's good for us. I heard a rumour. Also, I need to steer the plough by pulling on one side if necessary, and occasionally clear it out, as you've seen. So for now, I think keeping it very simple is my best option. Incidentally, many people suggested that I stagger the plough heads so that they are less likely to clog up. And that would work, but surely the flow of the soil past the ploughs would mean that the furrows themselves would be moved over by the last ones. So I wouldn't end up with evenly spaced furrows, would I? I'm not quite sure, and I will definitely experiment more with this thing, but not this year. And on the whole, I'm actually very pleased with it. As long as the ground is not too wet, it works well. Eventually all the cloves were planted, more than 12,000 altogether, and they were all covered with a layer of 2-year-old manure. Nothing but the very best vintage, of course. And that took 23 trips with the train to bring 92 wheelbarrows worth from the muck heap. 92 wheelbarrows. And it was a bit tiring for an old man like me, but it was good fun too, actually. Lots of people have suggested just putting it into a tipping wagon at the far end and tipping it, dumping it into a big heap in the field. But having it in barrows is just so handy. Yes, I need to extend the railway for the bottom beds, but even then, there would be beds a long way from the tracks. So having a big pile in one place wouldn't be very helpful at all. Wheelbarrows are brilliant for going down the little paths between the beds.
Okay, just roll. Got it. Come on.
And then we found another use for the new super lightweight bogies.
Hang on.
Try again.
Back off again.
Yeah.
Left hand down a bit.
They're so low you can roll a whole bale onto one if you aim correctly, actually.
Too much left hand down.
Okay, third time lucky. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't know where the middle is. Perfect. Okay. Holy moly, it's working. We had 3 people last year, I think, here.
And then off you go. What fun! It is so easy, actually.
Okay. Can't see you.
And the whole garlic field was topped off with straw. Some bales just unroll in a long thin layer like a rolled up carpet, but not this one.
Nice even layers.
sometimes it goes all the way to the end.
Of course, the straw protects the soil from the rain, and it also stops the weeds growing. And as it breaks down, it feeds the garlic and helps build the soil up. Pretty handy, huh? I just hope we don't get any wind before we get some rain. Otherwise, we'll end up having to fish all the straw out of the hedges. Could go either way. But if that doesn't happen, then the garlic planting is finished. Whew! It's been a huge project this year, you know what, with all the extra bits. And I don't really want to talk or think about garlic again till next year, okay? Thank you very much. But I thought, you know, after all these months, you might like to see what it's all been about. Now, before you go, 3 more things, okay? Just stay there a minute. Remember this person? That's Margot. And she helped with the last of the railway building a while ago now. And she has a YouTube channel too. So do go and check it out. Link in the description. And this is Mitch. He also helped with the railway build. And he also has a YouTube channel. Who doesn't, huh? Anyway, while he was here, he interviewed me for his channel. So if you want to see that interview, there's a link in the description. But ignore all the messiness everywhere, okay? And my scruffiness. I feel a little bit embarrassed. Okay, it was a very busy time, and I'm not always like that. Promise. Not always. And finally, remember these little sausages?
Hello, little things.
Well, they look like this now. All those little puppy tails and puppy ears and puppy noses and puppy toeses. Oh.
You're very sweet, aren't you? Very, very sweet things.
Get in touch if you'd like one. Pedigree Airedale puppies.
Yeah, they're very, very nice, aren't they, Cootie? Very, very nice dogs.
From the best parents ever. Oh.